What's up guys, Colton here, and today I'm going to be discussing the 80-20 rule, also known as Pareto's Principle, and how it is directly correlated with your success and growth in business. Now, what the 80-20 rule states is that approximately 20% of your input yields you 80% of your output. And to look at this from a business standpoint, 20% of the tasks that you are allocating your time to on a day-to-day basis are yielding you 80% of your results. So this really leads into a whole nother discussion that I don't want to go too deep into, but I'm really talking about it all the time in a lot of my content, and that is the importance in constantly pursuing maximum efficiency in your systems and your business, as well as tracking the time that you're investing in tasks and the return that you're getting on that time. So let's go ahead and assume that you have been tracking your time. You know where you're spending most of your time. And even if you haven't been literally tracking the data, you should have a pretty good understanding of what your day-to-day looks like, what tasks are you doing, and why are you doing them. So let's go ahead and make the assumption that you have a pretty solid understanding as far as input is concerned. Now, what you're then able to do if you have a solid understanding is look at that 80% of the results that you're yielding, if not the entire big picture, 100% of the results that you're yielding, and you should be able to have a somewhat accurate understanding of where that 20% is, where that 20% of your input is that is yielding you 80% of your output. Now, to give you an example, when it comes to my agency, I have an array of different tasks that I'm doing throughout the day, whether it's creating content, whether it is doing direct outreach, reaching out to potential clients, whether it's phone calls, strategy, planning, or service delivery for my clients. Now, for me, that's looking at 100% of the tasks that I'm doing. So I have to be able to have the understanding of, okay, where is that 20% that is yielding me the 80% of results? For me, that becomes quite clear. It's probably made up of a combination of direct outreach, getting in front of my ideal target audience, and really just providing value up front to be able to have conversations and sign new clients, on top of service delivery. Because if you're delivering a phenomenal service, people are going to do your marketing for you. They are going to send you referrals. They are going to see success, and then you're able to take that success, brand it as your own, and utilize it as a testimonial, a case study, what have you. Now, if I'm able to look at that and understand that that is my 20%, that is yielding me 80% of my results, now what I'm able to do is I'm able to say, okay, this is my 20% that is yielding me 80% of my results, and I'm spending, let's say, 20% of my time in the day performing those tasks. That could be higher, it could be lower, but let's just assume, for simplicity's sake, that I'm spending 20% of my time in a day working on those tasks. If I'm able to either look at the data or just have a solid understanding of where my return is coming from on my time, I'm then able to, once I identify that 20%, amplify it, multiply it. So I may say, okay, I'm spending 20% of my time in a day doing this. What happens if I spend 75% of my time in a day doing nothing but those tasks? Cut out all the noise, cut out the other tasks that aren't yielding me as high of a result. Now, this may seem very simple in theory. However, you have to understand when you're in business, you have to do the testing first. You have to try a bunch of different things and do a bunch of different tasks and continue to experiment on an ongoing basis in order to even have a generalized idea of where this 20% is located. So never forget to leave time to implement new strategies, to try out new things. However, you should have a pretty solid understanding once you've made it to a certain point of where that 20% is. And by amplifying that, by multiplying the time that you're investing into those sorts of tasks, you are going to take that 80% of yield, and you are going to basically make it much bigger. It is going to grow because you were once getting 80% of your results. And let's say your business makes $100 a month. So 20% of the time that you're putting in is yielding you 80% of your results. So you're making $80 a month out of that 100 because of 20% of the tasks that you're doing. Now, this isn't necessarily just going to make that $80 multiply. It's going to make the entire thing multiply, because if I invest more time in the task that is yielding me the greatest results, then what's going to happen is the entire result is going to grow. That 80% may still be 80%. However, that 80% number, if we're looking at it from a revenue or a profit standpoint, is going to be much higher because I'm investing more time in the tasks that are going to lead directly to my business generating profit, generating results, and growing. So that basically is a wrap. Look at the 80-20 rule, look at Pareto's principle, understand it, understand how it applies to your business. I promise you this is going to be one of the most important reflections that you have in relation to your business and in relation to your growth in the future. If you're just getting started, keep trying new things. Keep trying everything, because you're not going to find out where that 20% lies if you're not getting any results. If you're at 100% input and you're seeing 0% output, you're not really at the point yet of understanding your numbers, understanding where you need to be allocating your time. So I hope this video was helpful to any of you business owners out there, or anyone else for that matter, because this really could apply to a wide array of things in life and is going to be absolutely critical to you promoting growth in your business. All right, everybody. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all on the next video.